Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Thank you for downloading. And thank you for subscribing to this bonus edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. I'm 12 Kyle. Check this out. On this podcast, what we're talking about is the HBCU challenge. Now, I don't know if this is an official challenge. Hell, I don't even know if it's an unofficial challenge. It's something that popped up on my timeline on Instagram not long ago. Basically, what it did was it asked you to list the name of your school, and then it asked you to also list your freshman dorm, your favorite place to kick it, the song that reminds you of college, and then in 4 separate boxes, you had to list your crew. So here we go. I'm going to participate, so I might as well. Name of my school, if you haven't heard, it's South Carolina State University. I attended South Carolina State University from 1991 to 1996. What up, King Germ? Germ likes when I shout out my school. But yeah, it was that's the school that I chose. If you've been following the podcast, you know that I did a podcast a little earlier this calendar year about HBCUs. I like to say that, you know, while as much as I think I chose South Carolina State University, actually South Carolina State University chose me. I am forever indebted and grateful for the time and the experiences that I had at South Carolina State University, and I would not be the person that you are listening to had I not attended South Carolina State University. Freshman dorm. I also did a podcast on this a little less than a year ago on my dorm, my freshman year. It's called Bethea Hall. Unfortunately, Bethea Hall no longer exists. They tore it down, and I think they made like a parking deck or something. There's really not much more I can add that I didn't say on that particular podcast. The one thing that I will say is that Bethea was a place where everybody came to kick it at. I saw a lot. Had a lot of fun in that dorm. I'm surprised sometimes how much studying I was able to get done in the dorm, because like if you go on some college campuses, they have what you call quiet hours where you can't, you know, necessarily be loud. You can't play a lot of music. You can't do this, can't do that. None of that occurred when I was a student in Bethea Hall. One of the beautiful things about being in Bethea Hall is that you had a cross section of people, students, black college students from all across the world. So, you know, you could walk down the hallway and you might be hearing Miami bass coming out of one room. You might be hearing Wu-Tang Clan coming out of another room. You might hear go-go music. You might hear Rare Essence or somebody like that coming out of another room. It's just, you just heard so much and saw so much. And I really enjoyed, you know, the 3 years that I spent in Bethea Hall. I would not trade that for the world. As I mentioned on that podcast, I'm a little upset that I can't take my kids on the campus anymore and show them where their dad used to wild out. But, you know, it is what it is. The one thing that I didn't mention on that particular podcast was in the back of Bethea Hall, there was a basketball court. And I distinctly remember one game or one day we were playing basketball behind Bethea. And it was me and a couple of my teammates. And it was going against, you know, some of our other teammates. And this particular day I got matched up with I was going against one of my best friends on the team. And that particular day, I literally destroyed him on the basketball court. Now, I'll be the first to admit, like, I'm not Bubba Chuck. I'm not Allen Iverson. But if you ever played ball before, like every now and then, and it might only happen for some people once or twice in a lifetime, where they can't miss, that particular day I could not miss. I'm talking about I was hitting fadeaways, I was hitting jumpers, I was hitting scoop shots going to the basket. At one point I scored like 5 back-to-back baskets. And my teammates just kept feeding me the ball, and I was killing my boy. And like to the point where like it got so bad, in my mind I was wondering if we were going to be friends once we finished playing, because I was killing him. I've never had a day like that on the basketball court. But yeah, shout out to Bethea Hall. Favorite place to kick it for me was Truth Dining Hall. Obviously, that's one of the dining halls that was on campus. It was Truth Dining Hall and Washington Dining Hall. I didn't spend a lot of time at Washington because that was at the front of the campus. My dorm was closer to Truth Hall. Yeah, so I spent a lot of time at the Cav. If you've been following the podcast, you know that I had a particular blind date that was a hairy situation, and it didn't go too well. If you did not catch that story, be sure to check the archives. The podcast is called Blind Dates. I'm never going on another blind date ever again. But yeah, Truth Hall was the spot, man. That's where we used to kick it at a lot. So one of my favorite places. Song that reminds you of college. Now this one's tough because there's a lot of music that came out. Again, as I mentioned in the intro, I arrived on campus in the fall of 1991, and I graduated December of 1996. So, as I mentioned on the podcast before, and I'll say it until I'm blue in the face, my 5.5 years at South Carolina State University were the best 5.5 years of my life. And yes, it did take me 5.5 years to graduate, because it took me 5.5 years to graduate. I mean, my major was a 5-year major, but you know, whatever. Shout out to the School of Business. But nonetheless, so many songs, but like, I think the first song that comes to mind for me, in no particular order, of all the thousands of songs that remind me of college, Flavor in Your Ear, Craig Mack. That just immediately, like, that's the first thing that I think of. I don't know why. I mean, again, from 91 to 96, if you're a fan of music, you know how much hip hop came out in that particular time, and R&B, just great music. But yeah, that's the first song that comes to mind. So yeah, Flavor in Your Ear, Craig Mack. My crew. One, there was a football crew. Too many people to name. But given the fact that I played football at South Carolina State from the time that I arrived as a freshman until I graduated as a senior, obviously I spent a lot of time around my teammates, developed some great friendships and brotherhood bonds that will, last a lifetime. So that was, part of my crew. Another member of my crew, Nicole. Nicole was one of my best friends in college. Man, and to be honest, like, I don't even remember how or where I met Nicole at. I think we had a class together our freshman year, and I think we exchanged numbers for some reason. And after that, we were just down for each other. Like, Nicole would just call me sometimes, and like, her favorite thing was, she called me, she'd be like, "Hey man, what you doing?" I was like, Nicole, I'm studying. Oh, so you don't want to talk to me? Nicole, I said, I'm studying. Oh, well, get off the phone then. Nicole was just funny, man. She would aggravate me, but in the sweetest way. We came in together as freshmen, and she ended up dating one of my teammates. But Nicole, man, that she is like family. We don't talk as much now. We're friends on Facebook and stuff. We haven't. In fact, I haven't. What's kind of weird, I haven't had a conversation with Nicole in probably about a year. But each time when we talk, we always just kind of pick up where we left off. But she, my time at South Carolina State is definitely synonymous with Nicole. That's my dog. She is heart of gold, cool people, always and forever will be, one of my closest friends at South Carolina State University. Let me see who else. Oh, crew, Russell. Russ and I played football together. I met Russ the day that we got to campus. I laugh because I remember he was this little short dude with a high top fade, and he had 7 gold chains, and they're all tight around his neck. And I tell his wife this all the time. He looked really weird. I mean, not weird, but it just looks funny thinking about it now. But one of the few people that I met, when you first meet them, you could tell they're born leaders. That was Russ from day one. And we just hit it off, man. We've been friends ever since, best of friends. Yeah, that dude, man. We go way back, literally from day one. That's how long I've known him. And you have some people who are just teammates, but I mean, he not only was one of my favorite teammates, but one of my best friends, and still is to this day someone I'm extremely close to, and we talk every day. And a hell of a football player as well. I mean, he ended up being all conference and great family. Even now, beautiful wife and kids, and we're still close to this day. We went on a honeymoon trip together. And that's my dude. And last but not least of the crew, my man Mo. If you've been following the podcast, Mo's been on here. Mo is another teammate, one of my best friends. Mo and I what's interesting is that Mo, where we're from, I'm from Florence, South Carolina. And Mo is from Darlington, South Carolina. And Darlington literally is right next door to Florence. Now, we didn't know each other in high school. We actually played against each other in high school. And, unfortunately, his team won. But, that's another story for another day. But he won when we were in high school. But that was my man. I mean, Mo and I both played receiver. Russell played cornerback, and Russell came in. He was recruited as a quarterback, moved over to defense, and was all conference at cornerback. But Mo, like me, played receiver. He was short, quick as hell, fast as hell. You couldn't touch him. That's my guy. Mo is our oldest son, Dion's godfather. And we've been tight ever since. And what was interesting was, again, we didn't know each other in high school. We played against each other, but didn't know each other. But by the time we became freshmen, we were just frickin' frack. And by the time we left, we were even closer than that. It's weird because, much like Mo, I met my wife at South Carolina State University. And it's funny because, when we go back for games or homecoming or whatever like that, people will see Mo. There's some people that will see Mo and they won't even ask well, hey, where's your wife? They'll say, hey, where's Kyle? Because it's we're always together. And same for me, they will see me and they won't ask where my wife is. They'll say, hey, where's Mo at? Because they know that me and Mo are always together. So that's my man, 50 Grand. I got to get him back on the podcast as well. So yeah, that's the crew. Football squad, Nicole, Russ, and more. So that is it. That is the HBCU challenge. Something real quick and easy for the podcast. For all of those of you who are HBCU alums and are podcasters, like my man Northside Doug, like Jay Boog, might be something you want to try. The HBCU challenge. I just laid it out for you, but that's going to do it for me. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for checking out this bonus edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. I'm your boy 12 Kyle. Before we get out of here, shout out to KG the Artist. This is the song that's going to take us out of here. KG the Artist featuring the SCSU, which is South Carolina State University, the Marching 101. This song is called HBCU Anthem. It's bigging up our school as well as other HBCUs. Much love to all HBCUs. 5G.
Ladies and gentlemen, your wait is over. From the beautiful Garden City of Orangeburg, South Carolina, please welcome the famed South Carolina State University.
Yeah. I love my HBCU. I love my HBCU. I love my HBCU. SCSU. I love my HBCU. I love my HBCU. I love my HBCU. SCSU. Yeah, and I woke up like this. Proud to be a part of something outstanding. Them land grants from state to Claflin, educating blacks since 1896. I'm representing the Gardner and Blue, and no they can't shut us down because we way too historical. Legendary homecoming, you probably coming too. Your mom dukes, your daddy, your grandma too. We tailgating, the state is still hating, refuse to give us money. Don't worry though, we'll raise it. It's in our creed, responsibility for intellectual growth, academic integrity. That bulldog pride, those bulldogs live. You can never put us bulldogs down, we stand up. My mission, my purpose, my goal, my statement is to make sure nobody asks where South Carolina State went. Because I love my HBCU. I love my HBCU. I love my HBCU. SCSU. I love my HBCU. I love my HBCU. I love my HBCU. SCSU. Yeah, one time for education, two times for dedication. From Howard to BCU, Spelman got them fine women. That's the sojourner truth. I am so turning you. Shout out to them Greeks, they strolling that Benedict, they stomping that Voorhees. I'm proud of my school. Shout out to the home team. We are open for success. We are destined to succeed. I am repping SC. Watch how we rejuvenate them cues, about to set it out. Look out for that Alpha train live from the plaza. It's the Marching 101, schooling bands across the land with that Carolina funk. I'm glad I went to college. I ain't even gonna front. Shout out Morehouse, shout out Morris Brown. Turn it up. I got that school spirit. I don't know about you, but I love my HBCU. SCSU. I love my HBCU. Delaware State. I love my HBCU. Johnson C. I love my HBCU. SCSU. SCSU. I love my HBCU. Lincoln. I love my HBCU. I love my HBCU. SCSU. SCSU.
When you manage procurement for multiple facilities, every order matters. But when it's for a hospital system, they matter even more. Grainger gets it and knows there's no time for managing multiple suppliers and no room for shipping delays. That's why Grainger offers millions of products in fast, dependable delivery, so you can keep your facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.